Happy New Year, everybody. Lucas Welsh here. And today we're bringing you a product review on one of my Christmas gifts. And it's pretty special. Stay tuned. What we have here, ladies and gentle colts, is the Teslong inspection camera. In particular, the model MS450-NTC digital endoscope camera. Yes, I'm now a doctor. It's official. It's official. This was a Christmas gift from my wife and kids. Although it was a little bit of my choosing because there was a very specific one that I wanted to get, and there's a very specific reason that I wanted to get this one. Let's go over a few of the things here. Comes in a nice little kind of a hard shell case, zipper up. Everything's, done up really well. You've got a few little, you got your charging cable. This is a little kickstand here, I think, for the back that you just screw into there. You can kind of have a kickstand on it, which is handy enough. Oh, this is some different little attachments for the end. So we've got this is pretty small here, so I don't want to lose anything. We've got a little hook. So, if there was something deep in that you wanted to get a look at, you could. Here's a little magnet. And this is a little kind of a reverse mirror, I guess. So you would... Now, here's what I don't know. Do these just... I haven't done anything yet here, so it looks to me like the end of the thing is just a little cover, and you can put on any of these attachments, which this little mirror one might be actually quite handy dandy. We'll see. So that's that. Now, the reason that I was so specific about getting this specific one. Let me just put this stuff back before I lose it, because I will lose it. Okay. The reason that I went with this particular unit over all the other ones, mainly because of the diameter of the actual camera. This is somewhere in between 5 and 6 mils. I think let's caliper it up here real quick. Come on. Turn on. So with the housing on it, 5.57 mils. And the reason that I wanted something that small was specifically so that I could get into violins through either the F-hole or the end pin. Guitars, no problem. Again, if it has a 1/4 inch output jack or something like that, you could unscrew that and get access from the inside or through any sound hole or F-hole style guitar that you would want. For guitars, it's not as big a deal, but for violins, you need something pretty petite to fit through an F-hole. And since kind of your standard sound post size is 6 millimeters, I knew I had to be smaller than that to really be able to fit through an F-hole on a violin. And it does that. It's got 2 cameras, so it's got a camera off of the end, and it's also got a camera off of the side. And you just toggle between the two with this little button here on the end of the USB input. Kind of the second thing that I liked about this one is it didn't have like 30 feet of cable. I think this is 5 feet here when it's all strung out and done up. So pretty simple operation, really. You just plug and play. Hit play. Another thing that I liked is that there's an SD card on here. There's an SD card in here. So you can, take pictures, take video, and save them, upload them to your computer, smartphone, whatever it is. That's something that I wanted to be able to do, especially when I'm, I get an instrument in and then I do an inspection on that instrument. This way I'm going to be able to get internal shots. If there's a broken brace or, something from the interior that you can't see, I'll be able to do better quality inspections on the instruments, which is going to help me give better quotes that are closer. There won't be so much of the, it depends once I tear into it if I find something inside that's broken. I should be able to locate, with a decent degree of certainty, I should be able to locate most problems internally. There's always going to be little things that you may not be able to see or, pick up, but it's pretty neat. Let's borescope something. The one thing I will say about this thing that's a little bit annoying is the cable is really stiff, which is good in a way, but it's also a little bit of a pain in the butt to manipulate and keep going and keep the screen up and whatnot. So I may try and come up with a little better system here that I can maybe, have this mounted on something that's solid, and that way it won't roar around on me so much. Let's grab a fiddle, since that's something that we really want to be able to get interior inside of. Okay, so I've got one hanging here. This is an old catalog fiddle. It's got, kind of stenciled, decorated. Neat little piece. Not super valuable or anything like that. So, that's fairly standard. Some of them are smaller than that. I know that's probably like 8 to 10 mils, something like that. Just looking at it, it's pretty beefy. And the F-holes on this fiddle are quite beefy too. So I know I'm not going to have absolutely any problem getting this in and getting it done. So I'm going to shift you guys around so that you can see a little bit what's coming up on the camera. Hopefully you can see what's coming up on the camera. And we'll see what it looks like from the inside. All right, so we're just going to turn the power on. She's powering up. And maybe I'll... So there you can see I got a pretty clear picture of the bottom side of the neck of the violin. So the other thing about this too is it's got really bright lights. So here we've got the, I'll put it up against the screen here. So you can see that light there. And then when I toggle for the side view, it's also got a camera and side light, which is pretty neat, pretty nice. I'm going to just very carefully, wipe the dust off, the lint off of the cameras. Okay, we're going in. There's our end pin. I'm going to try and zoom you in here on that. So we're inside a violin. We're looking around. So we go to the corner. We're trying to look around here so I can see number one. Hey, look at that's a nice corner block in there. Let's try and if, well, yeah, I can see that corner is blocked as well. So instantly I've got a great idea that, it's a little better build quality than junk. There's, I'm looking at the base bar here. It's not broken. You know, we're going to go right in here now. Oh, we're coming out the sound hole. I can see my neck block. My neck block isn't cracked. That's all good information. Kind of a little bit of a learning curve here to getting around. Okay, let's go with a side view now. Let's see what we can see from the side view. I gotta turn this, number one. I can see an old cleat. So it looks like there was a crack here and it's been cleated. Good information. You know, we're looking. I've got another fiddle that I just got in recently, and I could when I got the endoscope in there, I could see that in fact there was a signature in there. Now here's an interesting one. Okay, look at this. I can see visually from the outside that there is a crack in here, indeed. With the boroscope, though, however, I can see that there's light shining through. And if I put this little flashlight on there, that should show you even better. Can you see there's light shining through there? So I know that that crack is open and I need to do some work there. Now, what I'm going to do, now we're going down through an F hole. So here I can see, I'll turn the violin so that we can, Otto, Bosch, Tilius, Ludovicisen. Basically, see that 1822 there? Yeah, that means nothing. Okay. This is a copy. This is no original Otto Bosch or nothing like that. It's a neat old violin that was made in a factory, most likely in Germany. So the camera quality is pretty good, you know, like, yeah. It takes a little bit of getting used to learn how to kind of hold everything and get a look at it, and all that kind of stuff. Now, again, like I said, you can capture video, you can take pictures. I think there's a couple different brightnesses, maybe. Full bright, little dimmer, and off. Yeah, so there's 3 different levels of bright there, which is kind of neat. And yeah, you can roll through. There's not much for settings on here. I haven't played around a whole lot. It's got a camera button. You take pictures with the camera. And then if you go to the arrows, it takes you through the pictures that you've taken. Looks like I don't have very many pictures that I've taken. I thought I took a few pictures. Oh, that's zooming in. Okay. Here. So the menu is through the pictures. There, now I'm going through a couple of the other pictures. So you see here, like, this is a picture I was trying to take of a signature inside of a fiddle on the top. And it's, oh, there it is. It's tough to see screen to screen there, but the handwriting isn't very easy to make out. But the date is handwritten 1851, which is kind of neat. And then, of course, you can delete or protect. So all in all, I'm pretty tickled with how it works. And I think it's going to be a really nice addition to my tool repertoire and to the business in general. It's an Amazon purchase. I can tell you that, for around 100 Canadian dollars, you're getting yourself into a borescope. And you can get cheaper ones. There was lots that were cheaper. You have to really watch. I got this one specifically because of the size, the diameter of the camera. A lot of them are much bigger, like 8 millimeters, 7 millimeters. And some of those might be touch and go getting them into an F-hole or into a small end pin. Maybe not, but this is going to go in like, so here, for example, I've got a 3/4 size violin with much smaller F-holes, you know, and there's no problem getting it through there. Much smaller end pin, no problem getting it through there. That's why I went with this one in particular. Yeah, so you got to watch that. The other thing, and I mean, it's maybe not a make or break, on some of the cheaper ones, on a lot of the other ones, you don't have the ability to take pictures or video. Or sometimes it'll be one or the other. So those are the reasons that I went with this one. The only thing that I understand why the cable is stiff like it is, and you need that rigidity to explore. It is a little bit of a thing to get used to. And I think actually it's not too bad with the little kickstand. That helps quite a bit, but it still wants to bounce around and whatnot. But it's going to be great for taking with me. It's small and compact, so I can take it with me and have it when I go to, events and whatnot, and people want me to look at their instruments. I can really look at the inside without being invasive. And pair that with a digital caliper, that's going to give you thicknesses and stuff like that. You can get a lot of information now on a violin or pretty much any instrument. So there you have it. My little review on what is this thing called again? This is the Teslong MS450-NTC endescope camera. If you like what you see, hit that bell, the like, subscribe, follow me along. I'm all over on social media, and life should be a dream. Cheers, guys.